there's breaking news, so I can't wait any longer. We need to bring in Mikey P with some breaking news. What you about to break, Mike? Let me find out you want to be Adam Schefter up in here. What you about to break on the show, big dog?
Oh, you ready for this? You ready for this? Breaking news. Ja Morant has been suspended 25 games to start the NBA season.
Look at 25. You trying to draw it out
it's
for
official.
Effect. Yeah, it's official.
Oh,
that ain't enough.
We'll have sound effects. Don't worry.
That ain't enough. 25, that's it. I say that's not enough. I thought it was going to really break my head. Like, boom, 25 for doing something you already know you shouldn't have did the first time, let alone did it the second time, damaging the NBA's brand. You know how much negative press they have now had on their brand because of Ja Morant doing something, not once, but twice. And look, I am not rooting for anybody's downfall. All I'm saying is you got to make an example of Ja Morant, and I don't think 25 games really makes an example, but 8 games didn't make an example or set them straight as well. But at least we have a definitive number. I really thought, think about it, the Malice in Palace. What was it, Malice in the Palace? What did they get, a year? What did they do? They sat there on the court, like someone threw beer on them, cats were like, throwing stuff, assaulting them, and then they went up there. Now, this ain't defense. This ain't self-defense going up there. But the point is, I return fire. Okay, you lose a year of playing ball for that, and then Ja Morant is sitting there flashing a gun, and then you're like, all right, that ain't good. Now, it's not illegal, but it's also not good. You're hurting the brand. And then you say, don't do it. And then he comes back and does it again. So he's basically flippant, like, man, whatever. I'm going to do it again. And then you're like, okay, now you got 25 games. All I'm saying is either they learned that the punishment for Malice in the Palace was too much, excessive, or this ain't enough. You got to make it make sense, Mikey P.
Unbelievable. There will be conditions for reinstatement, but we don't know them at this time. Either way, though, big time Woj bomb on a Friday. Wow. And then Ja released a statement. I'll let you address this too real quick before we move on to our 3 Wiley's real guests today. Okay? We got 3 of them. But here's a statement.
Yeah. Come on, man. Keep talking.
You know.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
I've had time to reflect, and I realize how much hurt I've caused. I want to apologize to the NBA, the Grizzlies, my teammates, and the city of Memphis, to Adam Silver, Zach Kleiman, Robert Pera, who gave me the opportunity to be a professional athlete and have supported me. I am sorry for the harm I've done. And he also said to the kids who look up to me, there's more to it, but what do you think of this statement? Do you really think he means it this time? Or is he going to flash a gun again in a couple weeks? I don't know.
Look, I hate to be this guy. I don't believe it. I hate to be like, cause you come off as a hater, but I am a hater then, damn it. Cause I got principles, and like, I don't even need to hear all that. Like, cause I already heard all that. 2, I want to make sure we separate his apology from his next action, because you can apologize and still do it. You could not apologize and never do it. So I don't, this step right here is like to try and get brands and people back into the fold. You know how you get me back into the fold? Just don't do it. I will remember that Ja Morant's an amazing basketball player, and this will fade away as long as you don't do it. But this apology, and the same apology as the first time, is really unnecessary for me because it doesn't sound like he's contrite. I had time to reflect. What are you reflecting on? Like not to flash a gun like you in the video and you really gonna be in a dangerous situation? Like, it's just irresponsible. That's it. Not illegal, irresponsible. So right now, I don't think any words is gonna make me think you're more responsible. It's just gonna be your actions. But appreciate you, Mikey P. Bring on these Wiley World members right now. Get Mikey P up off the screen. Get Woj Bomb off the screen. Get Adam Schefter off the screen. And we're going to bring in my man, Adrian. Let's do it. Let's see Adrian. Adrian, yes. Let's go.
What's up, Marcellus? How you doing, man?
I'm gonna call you Brother Adrian, man. I like that. You got the polo rugby on, looking fresh. Talk to me, big dog.
Okay, I got a few questions for you. A little rundown here. So,
Oh, snap.
non-sports question. Like, what are some books that you read? What are some books that you read when you were like younger, or maybe even recently, that had like a lasting impact on you? Like maybe like psychologically, or like a mindset shift, something like that, going into like from like sports to business and like.
I love that, man. Look, there's one book. Growing up, I read the Bible. My grandmother, in a gentle way, forced us to read it, and I was glad she did, man. I look at the Bible as a psychological book. I don't look at it as a literal translation that may offend some people. I am sorry. I'm just telling you how I digested it. I got so many life lessons from the Bible, man. And I'm not walking around here just looking at everyone as Christian, non-Christian. It was just, to me, a holy book showing you your inner power, showing you how the dynamics of this world work. So that's how I took the Bible. At first I read it like everyone, like, oh, this all happened on this day, and Adam and Eve, I wonder where they were, and then I kind of went into a different dimension with it. But the best book I ever read, before I get to that, then from there, I would say there was a book called The Warrior Athlete. Amazing, talks about your mind, your body, and your spirit, and how you use them all for the journey of life. And it's The Warrior Athlete, tremendous book. Self-Talk was a great book I read in college. Don't ask me the authors of any of these books, but Google is our friend. And then Outliers, stuff like that. Anything Malcolm Gladwell write, like I pretty much picked that up. But the best book ever by far, not even close, changed my life, was the book of my life. Right here, baby. Look at that boy I'm talking about. This is the best book ever. And going forward, which is hilarious, everyone's like, dog, I love these jerseys you're giving away. Thank you for these little cups that rattle and playing cards. But damn it, the show is called Never Shut Up. Can you please give out autographed copies of your books? So starting next week, we're going to do Friday Swag Away with autographed copies of my book. What else you got, Adrian?
Okay, what do you think is the next major evolution in sports media?
I love that question. The next frontier of sports media. I think it's really everyone getting in front of the audience, doing this in some version, some style, not necessarily hiding behind the platform of a ESPN or a Fox. Now, the tough thing is, how do you come in with audience, right? You got to have an audience. You got to have a built-in name. You got to have a likeness that people already gravitate towards. And those platforms give you that. But more than that, the security that they give you in terms of employment, you have to weigh those two things out versus, hey, I can make as much, if not more money doing it direct to consumers. So as we see the numbers grow in terms of the population on YouTube, how many people watch videos, how many people just watch and want to connect with us, it's just going to be more and more encouraging for the Pat McAfees out there and et cetera to just do it this way. And the brands are going to plug into the actual talent. They're going to plug into me instead of plugging into ESPN. So long story short, when you work there, they get tons of support and sponsorship and brands coming in and plugging into them. But all they do is say, here's your check. Don't ask any questions. Meanwhile, you know they're making much more money because the brand is coming in at 10x and they're giving you 1x of that, 1/10 of that. So I just think the next dimension is, let's cut out the middleman. Ice Cube said that like 30 years ago. Cut out the middleman and go directly to your audience.
Okay, and my last question is, what was that aha moment that you knew that you can make it playing football?
Wow. Make it playing football, like just in general, I was damn good my first year. I was insane my second year. So at 8, I played with the best football player that I've ever seen with my own eyeballs. His name is Stace Bozeman. Google him. He was insane. Number 1 in the country. in high school football, USA Today #1, #2 in the country in basketball. He chose basketball like everyone did at that time. More money, obviously less physical of a sport, less brutal. And he made it to the NBA for this long. He played overseas. Now he's a counselor in Minnesota. Salute to my boy. But Stace Bozeman's the best football player I've ever seen in my life. Insane. Quarterback before you saw this dual threat like that. He was nasty. But that year I played with him. He was better than me by far. And then he moved up because he was so damn good. He was like, y'all too sorry. He was scoring like 6 touchdowns a game. It was insane. Then that next year when he was gone and it was just me, the fast guy, the track champion, I knew then I was going to be good as hell in football. But my pro moment was, I think my senior year, just looking at the sideline. It was nothing I did. It was who was in attendance. I looked to the sideline and there was like Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells and scouts and GMs everywhere at Columbia. And I'm like, all right, it's about to happen. Aha, your boy done made it, because they wouldn't be here if I wasn't going to make it. So I appreciate you, Adrian, man. That's love, brother. You could come on anytime. That's how we roll on Wiley's World. Now get the polo and the rugby. You got to get Adrian up off here, and we're going to bring in our next Wiley World member, and his name is Timothy. So I got clown one time calling one of my little kids that I coached Tim. He looked at me at 7 years old, said, "It's Timothy." So Timothy, come on in here. No pauses between this. Bring him in here. I want to see Timothy. Big dog in the house. Yes, what's up, Timothy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Marcellus? Glad to be here.
Man, you look huge. Like you bigger than the damn screen. Are you 6'13"? How big are Timothy? Representing, man.
No,
what's on your chest?
5'10". Hey,
5'10".
So I agree with you, John. Yeah, 5'10".
Try to play it off.
So I agree with you that John Morant should be suspended. I'm thinking 50 games. But my question to you is this. Do you believe that the reason why the commissioner decided to not suspend him for 50 games or more is his confidence might not be the same? Because I think of players like Gilbert Arenas, who was a dog. Was he the same player after his suspension? So do you think that might have something to do with, hey, he is a billion dollar man. But do you also think because of the suspension, and we've seen in the past with some of these issues, maybe we don't want to affect his confidence because he is a star in this league?
So, like, the grounds that we stood on for Malice in the Palace are not the same as the ground that we're standing on in punishment for Ja Morant, repeating for the 12th time. He did nothing that was illegal, just irresponsible and bad and damaging to the brand of the NBA at large. So, in this situation, I wanted more because I need that type of example. I need every player in this league, the other 449 players, to be like, damn, they're not playing with this one, because social media and the way that this message got out and how viral it went. And now every time you talk about Ja Morant, which is in association with the NBA, is going to be a connection of something negative. So until he gets back on that court and balls and years, we're always going to bring this up. Every time I see Meta World Peace in my real life, like, what's up, big dog? I can't lie. Every time I see him, I'm like, yeah, you went up in them stands and did that thing. So I think that's something that's always going to stain our brain. But going forward, the NBA is just like, look, we can't just throw out the baby with the bathwater. 25 games in their eyes is enough. He's going to miss time. We're going to miss the superstar. But then hopefully the lesson is learned. You got something else on your chest, or that's good?
No, I actually have something else. To me, I want to further along the conversation, because I believe that's why veterans are so important. Because, Gilbert Arenas was on his podcast and he was talking about how, it was actually a bodyguard. And he was like, yo, you can't be out here till 2:00. Nothing happens good at 2:00. We need to leave at like 1 or 12. Talk about, from your experience as a professional, like as a rookie, what kind of insight or, wisdom did veterans give to you in your playing career that helped you, and something that you actually used to help young people when you were the veteran?
Yeah, more than veterans for me, even though that's the way we term it, I didn't need a veteran to tell me stuff. I needed anybody who was responsible to tell me stuff. Because sometimes, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, some of the older dudes, they weren't the ones to listen to, dog. Like, y'all, the old NFL, you know, the Hall of Fame is like littered. Like, imagine Lawrence Taylor is your vet. You listen to Lawrence Taylor? Hey, you better not. But he could get away with that. Imagine you're a golfer and Tiger Woods is your vet. Like, I don't know. Like, Jordan is your vet. Like, so a lot of times it's kind of like, it's lazy. We do it. We're guilty as well of saying vets. Nah, I knew some rookies. LT, LaDainian Tomlinson as a rookie. I remember going to his house and he married his college sweetheart, Portia. And I remember as a rookie, but they weren't married yet, I don't think. And I remember talking to him and I swear, and I'm in my 6th year in the league or something, and he's a rookie. And I swear, I remember driving home, I was like, dawg, this dude is different. Like, focused, not trying to party, not trying to hang, none of that stuff. And he was a rookie, and I'm the vet. He's supposed to be listening to me. Don't listen to that dude. So my point is this, that like what I did get in great advice was some funny stuff to some real stuff. The funny stuff was don't buy real jewelry. Don't buy anything that's real. People already know you got money, so they're going to assume it's real. Buy the cheap stuff. I remember my boy told me that. Derek Holmes said, go to Walmart for everything. Do all that stuff, right? And now the real advice was live out your sport. Ball till you fall. Like, treat this like you are part of the corporation. And more than that, invest in your sport. Invest your life in the game that you're playing, man. So appreciate you, big dog, man. You got to come back on another time. Deal? I got itty bitties all running around here. Mama, we're going to leave soon, okay? Okay, but you got to go back upstairs real quick. Yes. You want to say hi? You want to say hi, bye? Yeah, real quick. Don't tell me she ain't precious. Look at this itty bitty right here. This is my, look at this. Say, hey, what's up, Timothy? You say hi? All right. Give me a kiss. Daddy has to do a few more minutes. Deal? You close the door. I love you too. That's all she wanted. Got a little superstar in the making, I guess. She wanted a little camera time. Like, thank you, Daddy. So come back on another time, Timothy. I appreciate you, big dog.
Appreciate you.
Yes. Now, we got one more coming back in here. Oh, Reliable up in here. Totally using up that membership like he should. Damn it. It's my man, Mr. Toyota Tercel himself. Cobra's in the building again. What's up, Cobra?
Hey, thanks for having me back, man. I appreciate it.
Yes.
That Josh stuff is a lot to unpack, but I'm just going to touch on one small piece. Some things are avoidable, right? Like, you're going live on the internet. So, like, I'm nervous right now. I'm looking around for something that's going to get me caught up, and I don't even do anything bad, you know? Like,
Right.
Making sure I'm all good.
Yes.
But I'm going to talk other NBA news. People are breaking down the Doc River comments about James Harden being a challenging player. Coach Doc believes that you have to share the ball, you have to give it up, move around, and you'll get it back, let the game flow. He's kind of saying that that's not really Harden's style, kind of calling him an old dog that won't learn new tricks, right? Mm-hmm. So, I love both of them, Doc and Harden, and I believe that's what separates great coaches and players. Coaches need to get players to buy in, and they need to get the most out of each player, and players need to buy in and do what's best for the team. It's easier said than done, and that's why it's only one champion per year. But, just saying, if they would have won a chip, it would have been a totally different conversation. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, great conversation right here. Look, it's a no-win situation if you're Doc Rivers, because you're trying to make James Harden buy in. James Harden's not buying in for 2 reasons. One, James Harden's like, dog, I've had my success, personal success, maybe not ultimate team success, but the best James Harden, that guy ain't trying to hear no other way, but I know I'm going to pound this rock for 22 seconds, and then I got 2 seconds to either pass it or shoot it. That's life. That's just how I get down, and that's how I made my name as James Harden. Second thing is, James Harden ain't buying in because he know this ain't his team. So he like, dog, I ain't gonna invest all of me and change all of me, and you still gonna run this sucker through Joel Embiid? That's why Doc can't win in that situation. That's why Doc ultimately had to leave, because they knew that there's no way that Doc Rivers is gonna convert James Harden. And by trying, because Doc Rivers a championship coach, he tried. And James kept bucking, like, nah, dog. And then you notice when Embiid got hurt, James Harden went off. He's like, see, this is what I'm talking about. But this can't work here. So then Philadelphia, the Sixers was like, the only shot we got at getting James Harden, and we want him, but we don't really need him, but we really want him, is to get rid of Doc Rivers, because Doc Rivers is too hard on James Harden. Like, dog, it ain't your team. You gonna have to buy in. You are too old to be acting like this and playing that way. Help the team. So I think that they just got caught in a conundrum, man. And I don't even know if Harden gonna stay, but I know if he does stay, he got to run that rock through Joel Embiid, and he ain't that happy about doing that as well.
No, I agree with you, man. It's about time. Like you said, he had personal success, which is great. Played at an awesome level, top level. But if he's trying to win that chip, there's sacrifices to be made. But once again, they also got to go through the Nuggets and the Lakers. Don't forget about the Lakers.
Yeah, it's real. And don't forget about the Clippers, man. See, since you don't even want to talk about the real team that's in contention, the Clippers, let me stop. Oh, man, nah, hopefully we stay healthy and we got something. You got something else on your chest? What you got?
Well, no, just speaking of the Clippers, next week I'm just going to be watching from the sideline because I'm taking my boys to the Clippers summer camp, basketball camp. So I'm going to be in there, sitting there trying to scout, trying to get as much as I can, too, because my 13-year-old only a few years away from almost beating me. So I'm trying to, pick up what I can. But, yeah, Clippers for sure, man. Clippers with it, too.
There it is, man. I may join you, man. Like that camp, I may be there. And if I'm there, I'm going to run up on you, Cobra, and look at your son. I know he's going to be big and just a baller out there. And I'm going to bring my little man, too. So I look forward to that. And since it's the summer and it's no games really being played, the Clippers going to look amazing. It's just when the playoffs come and then we got problems and injuries and everybody not showing up. So much love to you again, Cobra. Yep. Let's do it again. You can come anytime.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Real talk all day.
All
yes.
Right. Have a good one.
You too, baby. Now let's bring in Mikey P, because Mikey P got to come at me, and I think he got the strap out. I think he got the John Morant on him. It's time for that rapid fire, but let Mikey P do it. Let's see.
Oh, you know what time it is. Ready, team? Rapid Fire Friday. Take the music. Yep, let's go, baby.
Man, you go.
All right.
Let's do it.
There you go. All right. Which QB wide receiver duo are you most looking forward to watching this season?
Justin Herbert and anybody else that catches the ball. It could be Keenan Allen. I don't care, Mike. Anything with Herbie, damn it. Justin Herbert's the best quarterback in the NFL. Of course. Let's go.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Biggest? Liars. I hate a liar. And a liar is not just someone who told you something that wasn't true. It's someone who's not who they are. Someone who's not doing what they want to do. Like, you can lie by just being like, no, I don't care. You do care. You liar. So liars. I hate liars.
Good answer. Coach Prime on Twitter asked, would you rather have a lot of money or a lot of peace?
Can I have both? Money. If you give me a lot of money, I'm peace. I'm peace. Peace is a choice. Money is not. So I'll take the money. I can make myself be at peace. So you ain't gonna sucker me. Give me the money. I can choose peace.
All right. Will the Nuggets repeat as NBA champs next year?
No. Simple. No.
All right. If you could have one superhero power, what would it be?
Flash, whatever that is the fastest man in the world. I would love that. But then somebody gonna say, I'm Superman, I can fly. I don't want to fly because then I'm the only one flying, so I'm gonna end up being on the ground anyway. But I want to be Flash, right? I don't want to be the only person in the world can fly. Let me be Flash. Just run past your ass everywhere I want to go. Oh, I gotta go to Starbucks real quick. I'll be back, and then just come back with a moco right there. Flash.
Half-second, 40-yard dash. All right. Tyreek Hill said his goal for the 2023 season is to be the first wideout with 2,000 receiving yards. Can he do it?
Yeah, he can do it. 17 games makes it a lot easier than 16, obviously. that is, get a couple 200-yard games, but that's only like 30 yards, 40 yards in that world. Average, he can do it. I mean, he can do it. If anybody could do it, because you're going to catch big bombs anyway. He can do it.
Okay. Beyonce or Rihanna?
Oh man, Beyonce, I actually know her, so let me be careful. Let me stop. And looks, Beyonce. In music, Rihanna. So Beyonce, I would say Beyonce ultimate. If you just ask all things, the Queen Bee.
All right. Perk says NBA execs should take more international players because they appreciate the opportunity more. They give their all and they have no off-court distractions. Do you agree or disagree?
I know what he's trying to say. I just don't agree how he got there, but I like where he landed. Yeah. But there are a lot of guys American-born that appreciate it, man. Don't let a few knuckleheads, a few bad apples spoil the bunch. Most guys appreciate it. Grant Hill. Did Grant Hill appreciate it? God dang it. There's amazing dudes that played the game. But I think it's a greater skill set that's being taught overseas than here. I think we ride our athleticism so far that we don't necessarily supplement it with the same amount of skills that they're doing overseas. They train them to be positionless. Over here, we're just training athletes to kind of still stay in their box. I get where he's going.
Interesting. Do you have any pets at home?
Yeah, you see my daughter? Let me stop. Look, all these kids, let me stop. I got one fish. We bought 12, we down to one. When that one goes, we gonna reload another 12, another dozen fish, and then let it just keep going. No dogs, no cats, nothing anymore. Rest in peace to Quincy, my last cat, Little Black.
Man, I ain't sending you any fish. All right, Anthony Richardson or... yeah, other than Swedish fish. Good point. All right, Anthony Richardson or Gardner Minshew, week 1 for the Colts. Who should start?
Wow. The other one, not Gardner. Not Gardner. Anthony Richardson. Like, as long as it ain't Gardner, I'm done with Gardner, man. Minshew mania, after that went away and then tried to come back and didn't come back, I was like, I'm good.
Over.
It's over.
All right, you a morning or night person?
All day, baby. As long as I'm breathing alive and conscious, all day, morning and night. I get more work done in the morning, and at night, I'm happier at night, if I had to say.
So what time you get up in the morning? I know it's crazy early, but go ahead.
My eyes wake up at 4:30. My eyes are like, my body's like, all right, what it do? And then I go to bed usually around 11 something. Yeah.
Okay. If you could have gone pro in another sport, what would it have been?
Basketball, by far. Basketball is a way better sport than football. Football hurts every single day, every single way. Basketball, you get to sit there and all the girls looking at you, making free throws. Nobody can touch you. It's called a foul. In football, somebody touch you, they say and in basketball, they say stop. So yeah, basketball by far.
Guaranteed money too. All right, a new study found 87% of people have a comfort show. What's your comfort show?
Oh, something I watched that's
Never
just gonna make me feel good. Oh, I got a daughter over here. Hold on, got another kid. Man, we're gonna edit the hell out of this today. Let me stop. All right, look at that. Yeah, this is what happens when summer school. Better hurry up and start. It's getting real over here. Let me say, I don't have a comfort show. I really don't, because TV's not like that anymore. Growing up though, it was different strokes. Growing up, it was That's Incredible. Growing up, it was Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, I know they were racist. I guess that's what everyone told me that. I was like, damn it, so what? I like them racists. I love that show. That's what it was for me. Now it's just whatever comes out that I'm watching at that time. I love BMF. I love All the Powers. I love Snowfall was the best, but it wasn't a comfort show. Cats getting killed in it, but I loved it. Yeah.
All right. Saquon Barkley is threatening to sit out the season if he doesn't get the bag.
Go outside now.
Is he bluffing?
No, not yet.
I'll reread it.
Okay, I'm listening. I got kids everywhere. Okay, close the door. No more in here, okay? Or no more snacks. Deal? You wait for daddy to come out. Nope. Thank you.
This is going to be a fun edit.
Disciplinary. Yeah, you got to edit this out. All right, what's up?
All right. Saquon Barkley is threatening to sit out the season if he doesn't get the bag. Is he bluffing?
No, he's not bluffing. That dude almost lost his leg, it felt like, the way he got hurt. And he plays a position that he knows he only got this amount of time to get it. So if he can't get the bag the way he wants the bag, I think he's going to go to all options and exhaust them all to make sure he keeps himself healthy and fresh and not waste a year on the number he's not comfortable with. I wouldn't do it. I don't think it's going to work, but I think that him probably will go to that place just to make sure he doesn't waste a year in his prime.
All right, scale of 1 to 10. How good are you at keeping secrets?
Secrets, real secrets, 10. Stuff that is making you uncomfortable, but I don't care and you shouldn't care, 0. Like, look, if you tell me, I protect the guilty. But if it's just like, dog, I don't know. I'm like, I'm gonna tell then. Like, I talk a lot about guys I work with, and they laugh because they like, dog, how'd you say what we weren't supposed to say, but you said it, and I'm not mad at you? I was like, there's a way. So I protect the guilty, though.
All right, is Russ cooked, or is Sean Payton gonna coach him back to form?
Okay, how many questions? Are we gonna ever do this again? Like, what's it? Yeah, keep it to 10 at least. God dang. No, Russell Wilson's in trouble, man. He's gonna get coached up. He's gonna look better than last year, but he's not gonna look as good as he used to look in Seattle. He can't lead them dudes, and the only thing that's gonna make him lead them is like he balls out of control. In that division, I don't see out of control coming from Russell Wilson. I see a better version, but it's gonna be tough.
All right, we'll make this the last one. If
Please.
you were really hungry and had no food, would you eat a bug?
No, that's the bug is looking at me like you about to die because you ain't gonna eat me. I'm like, yep, I'm dying before you, bug. You alive. I ain't eating no bugs. Yeah, I am out of there, man. Forget that. I appreciate you, Big Mikey B, man. Oh, man. I was like, God dang, how many questions? I was like, turn that song off. Let's go. Oh, appreciate it. I say it in jest. That's the kind of teammate I am. Always got a joke. I used to hit cats and, lay somebody on the ground, and I'm sitting there like, man, did that hurt? He's like, no, that ain't hurt. You know, fool. I was like, I'm going to lay here a little long. I'm just a jokester at heart.